Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by the username beemorecreative both here on YouTube and on Instagram. So I'm here with a different video today. I'm back with another bonus, which means of course there is a free chart in this video. I am loving designing and playing with the software and seeing what I can come up with, and today's video is a super special one. It's one I've been working on for the past couple of weeks, so I really hope you enjoy it. I am not actually sure where to start with this piece. I guess let's just reveal it straight off the bat. So here is a photo of what the piece looks like. This is a generated picture off of PC Stitch, which is the software I use for this. I have not stitched it to show it to you. I will be starting this on the 17th of May. This is my birthday sampler. So my birthday is on the 17th of May, and this year it is a birthday that I need to do something to remember it by. So of course I will be going out and celebrating with friends and family, and I will be making lovely memories, but I wanted something to look back and reflect the rest of my life. So the creative side of my life in this piece. And this piece really does sum up the different creative elements and shows me in so many ways, but is yet so generic that other people could stitch it and enjoy a sampler. So I've been thinking for a while I wanted to create a sampler. I have looked at so many gorgeous samplers stitched by 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 14-year-olds. They're absolutely gorgeous. I haven't stitched a sampler. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but I always end up going, oh, that's too big for me, or I don't feel it because it is not as personalized. So I decided to personalize my own sampler. I've created this completely myself, and I am going to be sharing today with you the different elements and why I've stitched this. So before we go into the reasoning, because not everyone will be interested in finding out why I have decided to put each element into this. You may be. I find it very interesting hearing from someone who has designed a piece as to why they've designed it in that manner. But if you are not, we will just quickly have a look at the materials that I am going to use. So there is quite a few DMCs in this. This is a larger project, so I'm not entirely sure how many skeins of each. I imagine for the border ones you're going to need a couple of skeins, but I really do not know. I'm sure there is a way of calculating that in my program. I'm just not sure how to do it, so I do apologize for that. As I said, this is my first bigger piece. It is my first piece that I haven't stitched before sharing with you guys. So I have tested the colors. The colors do work beautifully. There are an array of DMC colors, and these will be listed down below in the description box, where you will also find the charts. They will be there as well. So you've got your greens, you've got your purples, your pinks, your browns, yellows, blues. It is very colourful, which is not necessarily my type of thing. As you can see by my purple one there, I do like colour. I tend to stick within the same colour family when stitching, or minimise the colours completely. So I have gone out of my comfort zone, but this piece definitely needed it. So the fabric I am actually going to be stitching on is, I'm not sure if you can actually get it, but I have found an alternative which in real life looks very similar to this piece. This is a Coffee Crafts 18 count. It was in her most recent Ada sale, which was 2 weeks ago. And this is a beautiful neutral in a kind of a pinky mocha tone. So absolutely love this. This is the piece that I am going to stitch on because I love the fabric. However, I have found a piece very similar to this. This was the piece I actually ordered originally for the chart, and this is Picture This Plus 18 count in Veil. And if I show you the two together on camera, they may look quite different. But in real life they are very similar. This has got a little bit of a more beigey grey mottling to it, but very, very slight. And the neutral pink one has got a bit of a like mocha grey to it. So they are very, very similar. They are a bit washed out if I bring them closer, but if I hold them further away, these would both work perfectly. Now that doesn't mean you have to stitch on these at all. This is just the pieces that I have found that I wanted to stitch these on. but any neutral would work fine with this, or even stitching it on a darker fabric should work fine because there is no black in the stitching. It is all done with kind of the more neutral than the colourful threads. But any piece that you want, please don't feel that you have to follow this exact colourway, this exact fabric by any means. I chart my designs really in mind of Stitch from Stash, so please feel free to edit that as much as you want. So I've somehow managed to get something on my copy, but this is what you'll see down below. You'll have your chart. It is a coloured chart because that is how I like it. It has got symbols on it, so if you did print it, you can still read it even if you're not sure on the colours. But that is the way that I do prefer my stitching charts to be. I find them a lot easier to see. And if you do stitch this, please make sure you tag me. I will be using the hashtag beemorecreativebirthdaysal, as well as the hashtag beemorecreativecharts, which is where I'm slowly starting to put all of my free charts using those hashtags of beemorecreativecharts, so you'll be able to find the different ones. They are also listed in the Flosstube bonus playlists on my YouTube channel. I always tend to do them as a Flosstube bonus, or if they are in a like Vlogmas series, I will include that video in that playlist as well. I do apologise, my battery just died, so the angle may be a little bit different because I had to take the camera off the tripod, but hopefully it's not too difficult to carry on. So I have got some blank space at the top of these charts. Now I've left them blank so that way I can include these buttons. So I bought these from just another button company. I don't know how many I'm going to use. I'm definitely going to use the Union Jack and the French flag, and I have got a couple of different sizes of bee buttons, which I plan to put on there. I don't normally use buttons on things, but because it was my birthday sampler, I thought I would do a little bit of something different, and also it added a little bit of extra texture to the chart. Now the border is a gingham border. I imagine you'll need 2 skeins of the floss, that the threads that are called for, but I have no idea. I have not stitched it. There is probably a way of finding out, I just don't know how to without me having fully stitched this piece. So just be aware of that. If you are using anything that is hand dyed, you might want to just pick up 2 skeins. I am using the DMC that I've charted it with because I'm sure it will work lovely. So the colours in the border actually represent my schools in the UK. So I went to school, I went to primary and secondary school in the UK. I left halfway through my secondary school to go to France, but my primary colours were the lighter pink. The kind of the more burgundy pink is my secondary school. In France I didn't have a uniform, which I absolutely loved not having a uniform, but I did miss it because it was so much easier when I did to get ready for school in the morning. But that is the reason for the colours in the border. Obviously there is a beehive for Be More Creative. Bee is my nickname. I got it when I was at university, so I have included that. The middle band is actually full coverage. Now you don't have to stitch this full coverage if you want. You could opt out of stitching the sky. I just really wanted to include a full coverage area in the chart. One, because I absolutely love full coverage as an idea. I cannot stitch a Haid. I definitely would not have the tolerance or the patience for it. I've stitched tried stitching a couple of larger full coverage, so I'm going to put this down and include a photo of it so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. So I have tried stitching a couple of larger full coverage and it never works. However, I really do enjoy doing the smaller full coverage, so I have included a little full coverage band. Also, you could take that out and stitch it part of it as a bookmark, or if you wanted to stitch it around the edge of a pin cushion, those would look absolutely gorgeous as well. The bottom part of the sampler, as you can see by the floral little borderline plus the little bobbins, are a reflection of, oh actually, so I haven't even spoken about the rainbow street. So I can't speak today. The middle section here, the rainbow street, is actually based off of my first real creative project myself, which is I created a nail art look which was based, when I was at university, so years ago, based off of a nail plate from Moyu London, which had all these little houses on it, and I coloured them in. If I can find a picture, I will insert it now. And it was a nail art design that really took my YouTube up a level. That's when I finally got my subscriber count going. I also had so many comments on Instagram. It was actually featured on the company's page. That was the design that really showed me I could be creative. I did a lot of nail art for quite a few years, and that was when nail art was only first coming out. So the YouTube videos that I had up, I think they're all private now. I still have them, I just don't have them listed anymore because nail art has come such a way since I first started doing it. But it was so fun to share that project, and I really wanted that piece to come into my stitching sampler. This stitching sampler is about my creativity and about moments in my life, and that had to be in there. That was my first time that I was really creative, and I think if I hadn't stitched that piece, I probably wouldn't be doing what I am doing nowadays. So the last part of the sampler is the little flower border and the bobbins. Now this is a reflect of my first ever free chart that I released, Stitching Blooms. I'll insert a photo here. This chart is still available. It is on the bonus video. There is a Flosstube bonus series playlist on my YouTube channel, and that will show some of the charts that I have released for free. You'll find them in the description box of those videos. But yeah, so that is my free chart. That is the one that I've created and absolutely love. And I really wanted that to be in here because that really did start me designing my own cross stitch. I do design other little pieces that I should release as freebies. I just haven't had the chance to put them together, but they look absolutely adorable. So I did change it up a little bit because I did want it to be a little bit different, but the elements are there. You have got your flowers and you have got your bobbins. I have got in the sampler, you've obviously got the alphabet because every sampler needs an alphabet. I did have charted numbers in the actual sampler, but it was a bit too crowded for my liking. So the numbers are included in the chart, so you can change this bottom section. I've just put 1705 because my birthday is the 17th of May. I didn't think I needed the year on there for everyone to see, but obviously it is a special birthday this year, so I have charted something special. There is only one, everything is full cross stitch. There is only one section, which is the middle section of this sampler, which is the little it can be Smyrna crosses. I've charted it as Algerian eyelets. I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch all of them as Algerian eyelets or whether some of them are going to be Smyrna crosses. It is just a little touch to specialty stitches, because I have found throughout the years that I've been stitching, as I've only been stitching since 2020, so I'm only on my 3rd year, but I have liked doing a little bit of specialty stitches. By that I mean Smyrna crosses, Algerian eyelets, the very basic specialty stitches, but I did want to include that in there. I've got the basic kind of a large running stitch, so there is no back stitch in this, but I have it kind of with the little section, the light blue section at the very top, first border is almost meant to look like running stitch to represent my embroidery. We obviously have the beehive for Be More Creative and the gingham because I am obsessed with the gingham print, and it has been a bit of a joke with family and friends when I've shown them free charts that I'm releasing and they've said I've attacked the gingham again, which yes, I definitely have. I do love using gingham in charts, and there is a number of gingham pieces here. So that is it for my birthday chart. This is, well, for me it is quite a large chart. It's 204 stitches wide by 156 stitches high. I am going to be, as I said, stitching this. I'm going to be starting this on the 17th, and I will just pull this out when I fancy stitching it. I am hoping to get a fair way through it this year. Maybe it will be the piece that I pull out for my birthday. I don't know. It is the biggest one that I have done so far, but it's not as big as some of the other charts that are available. So as I said, I will be starting this on the 17th of May. If you would like to join me, I would love to see you guys stitching it. It is completely free. You can change it. You can stitch just certain elements if you want to. I do think, as I said, the rainbow street area would be nice as a little bookmark if you stitch it on a small account, or you could stitch it and make it into a pillow. That would be lovely. You could just stitch the different sections. The little beehive section would be quite cute as a little pillow. The bobbins with the flower border around them would be really cute. There is so much you can do with a chart, and I am happy. As I said, this is a free chart. Please feel free to change the colours, stitch on whatever fabric you would like, change the chart. If you don't want to stitch the whole thing, you just want to do sections, that is more than fine. I just love the fact that this brings me so much joy, and I feel like I will be stitching different areas of this and putting this through its paces for definite. As I said, please, if you are going to be stitching this, can you use the charts hashtag beemorecreativecharts, which is what I use for all of my free charts that I post, and also for this one in particular, the hashtag beemorecreativebirthdaysal. If you do love the chart, please let me know down in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up to encourage me to continue stitching. If someone asks you where to get the chart, please, it's a free chart, send them to my channel. They can download the chart themselves. Please don't just share it. I would appreciate if you are downloading the chart, just take the second to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, so that way I am fully aware that people are stitching it, and it also encourages me, as I said, to continue to grow the channel and continue to produce more charts. So let me know, what is your favourite area of this chart? Will you be stitching it? And thank you so much for all of the lovely birthday wishes I received on my last video. As I said, I will be starting this on Wednesday the 17th, and I really cannot wait. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye! Happy stitching!